Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Aaron the Wolf Thorn. Catch me this Friday on Late Night at the Pharmacy as we chop it up about my pro boxing career, currently 7-0, sitting back, talking about mental health advocacy, talking about how to build your brand and using your platform to do so, and also sitting back and just talking about, black fatherhood and other little things. Hey, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great show. Tune in. Don't miss out.
Found out proper preparation and precision equals perfect timing. Yeah, the weed is lit. Perfect timing means you ain't too late. Me and lazy niggas, boy, we can't relate. I'm on a different mission trying to make a way. Can't get distracted in this time when demand has changed. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Late Night at the Pharmacy. Man, I have missed you guys all week long. Have you missed me? Well, I definitely, like I said, have missed you guys. And I brought you guys some of the best talent in the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 7-0 Aaron Thorn, the boxer, in the house here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, we got a jam-packed show. So like I say every week, don't you go not a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this intro package, baby, check it out. We're back with more Late Night at the Pharmacy. I am the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need. And I'm from Illinois. That's right. St. Louis, Missouri to be exact. But I was born in Litchfield, Illinois. This is the television show you want to be on, so that way you can elevate yourself or you can de-elevate yourself. This is the make or break line, the pharmacy. Late Night at the Pharmacy is the make or break line for a lot of people's careers. Because, hey, you are the ones that are responsible for the way you answer the questions. We discover people here too. Not just interviews, we give you live, hard-hitting news. We're gonna give you facts of the day. So if you, just in case if you missed it, you can come to Late Night at the Pharmacy to get your fix. Not necessarily a drug fix, but a mental fix. Fix on the news, fix on all emotions, fix on how you should feel about yourself, how you should feel about your day. But we're not trying to persuade you to how you feel about your day. We just want to make you feel better about your day. And here at Late Night at the Pharmacy, you'll be able to get everything you need and more. So don't miss your opportunity. An opportunity to be the best, Late Night at the Pharmacy.
Your Royal Scanning Financial Services. There's 3 things you can do if you have no credit.
We know it can be hard to establish credit if you don't have any, but there are a few steps you can follow to start building.
One of the easiest ways to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on a family member or a friend's credit card.
You can also apply for a secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to build credit if you don't have any. These credit cards are usually easier to qualify if your credit history is poor.
Okay, so you pay your rent, utility bill, and your cell phone bill every month. So why don't you get credit for it? There are some companies that can help you to add your utility bill, cell phone, and your rent to your credit report. Some of these tools are free, and some other financial institutions offer credit building tools, but they might charge a monthly fee. For more information, contact us
at 188-223-0081.
Enjoy this weather. See ya.
Like we always do, we give you the best news that we're able to cultivate, and this is what we were able to come up with for you guys here today. First things up, guys, I know you've been paying attention to what's been going on over here in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has been literally going on for months now at this point, way longer than Russia, like I said last week, had ever predicted for it to go. They had it projected to only be going for about a month max. They wanted the war to be over with and taken over Ukraine within 2 weeks. That was the timeline. Guys, we're about 6, 7, 8 months into it. Putin had literally resorted to going and doing actions such as taking his military throughout Ukraine and at gunpoint forcing people to sign off on the fact that they want to, quote unquote, annex and be part of Russia. Now, come on now. You talking about putting people at gunpoint. Now, this is something that's what we call unprecedented. It would never happen. Wouldn't ever happen. Like, I guess we can't say that here in the United States. Things that just don't simply happen on a regular basis, or things we're not accustomed to hearing. But you have to remember, laws are different around the world than America. America is the only place like America in the world. So, officially, Ukraine has officially signed their paperwork saying that, hey, we want to be a part of NATO. So what does that mean? That's a great question, because we all are trying to figure this point out. Because if they join NATO, does that mean we're now eligible to fight this war that technically we've been fighting already on the back end? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we've been funding this with billions of dollars. We've had billions of dollars literally shipped over to Ukraine in quote unquote cryptic ways. What do I mean by that? They have a COVID fund. We sent them $10 billion in COVID fund relief. Yet we ain't got enough money to give our teachers a couple extra dollars in a bump and raise, and let alone all of our people in Medicare who really need it done. Because right now, those markets are the slimmest markets that we have currently. The people that need to teach and educate your kids. But meanwhile, we shipping all this money to a war that we're technically not fighting. I'm going to leave that alone. But with other things being said, they've officially, like I said, applied for NATO, and they're waiting to see if they get voted in. Now, what does that mean if they don't get voted in? Well, Ukraine's going to continue to do what Ukraine's been doing, and that's giving Russia hell. Because I've never seen a small country take out a superpower. Like, they are destroying and kicking Russia's tail right now. It's going back and forth. But them people down in Ukraine, man, I pray for them all the time. And also, if you did not know, thousands, by the hundreds of thousands, are trying to leave Russia right now, because now they are how do I want to say, hip to what's going on that Putin is doing. Because Putin brought the story, because, propaganda over in Russia is a little different. They can only see, because it's a communist country, they can only see what's being provided to them, and anything that outsources out are called taboo and illegal. So speaking out, not doing your job that you're accustomed to doing, that you're told to do, all these things are illegal. So if in Russia they tell you need to be a trash man, and you're not being a trash man, you can get killed, or or sometimes even worse. You might be asking me, Farm says, what's the worst than getting killed? Going through torment all day, every day, until you go out dead. There's other ways to put you through it. And that's exactly what they're doing. Like I said, hundreds of thousands of people are leaving Russia right now, or attempting to leave Russia, because they simply do not agree with Putin. It's a lot of overthrow Putins chants going on, and riots going on, and there is a successor that the people, keyword, that the people want. So look on the lookout for that, because what happens when a superpower gets overthrown by their people? We almost saw that happen here in the United States. You guys remember January 5th? You guys remember these things? We've had riots. We've had so many instances go on in the United States that it could have tipped the brink of the boiling point, or put us over the edge. But in this case, it's going to be very, very, very strategic and interesting to watch how the remainder of this war simply goes out, man. Speaking of war, man, I know you guys have been paying attention about what's been going on with this PNB Rock situation, and now they seem to have found some culprits to answer and give us some kind of answers on what's going on. So far, we found out it was a son and a father that were in coherence of this egregious act. If you guys don't know what happened, PNB Rock and his girlfriend slash wife, I don't know, was it their wife or not? Everybody says it's the wife, some people say it's the girlfriend, but either way, it's baby mama. I know that much. That we do know. But they had both posted at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles that they were there, and they had been over there for about an hour. And word got out that they were there. However, the word got out. I'm not here to debate how that word got out. But the word got out, and he was murdered right there in the middle of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, which Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles caught a lot of flack because they were opened up the very next day. I'm trying to figure out who cleaned up all the blood. I'm trying to figure it out, because there had to be a couple little specks and spots. We talking about Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. If you've been in there, it's dirty as hell. It was the cleanest Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles never been since it opened. So
A lot of back flack on that. But the guys, they have got the son in custody right now, and they're currently looking for the father. And they're like, look, if you see him, please, please, please call the police immediately because they said he's armed and dangerous. But this just in, now they're also looking for his wife as well. They said this was a family attempt. I was like, this is crazy. Like, the whole family was in? Yes, the whole family was in on it. So his wife is currently being looking for questioning and things like that too. It's very, very crazy. But man, stick tuned to next week's episode of Late Night at the Pharmacy because we got another update exactly how this all plays out. I guarantee you we're going to cover this and we're going to be all over it. Speaking of being all over it, guys, these crazy maniacs known as C3 freaking W. Boy, oh boy, things have gotten so crazy in their world. And you know the pharmacist, Mr. God, what you need, gives you the best commentary he can possibly do. But this past weekend, we were at Art All Night, and boy, did we shut the place down. The #1 attraction in the entire event. Now, this event stretches from Northwest DC all the way down to Southeast DC. That's right, Art All Night, when I say, was an epic event, and they're showing you guys on a consistent basis why they are the fastest growing wrestling promotion in the world right now. Straight out of the DMV, guys. They've been traveling all up and down the East Coast, man. It's just amazing things that they've got going on, and just so you guys know, stick up tuned because they got a lot of events coming up next. If you want to find out what's going on with their itinerary, just go to c3wrestling.com and find out what they got going on next, guys. It's really been simply amazing what's going on with C3W. But speaking of sports, man, we just gonna keep the sports rolling. If you haven't heard, now you do know. And if you didn't know, where you been at? Where you been at? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Rihanna, that's right, the beautiful and oh so gorgeous Rihanna. She got in the Super Bowl, y'all. Oh, the pharmacist is going to this Super Bowl. I ain't been to a Super Bowl yet, but Riri gonna be there, so I'm gonna be there too. Oh, you best believe. I got to see her show out. Man, she has finally said that she's accepted that she's going to be at the Super Bowl halftime show. Guys, I want to know right now, ladies, this is more for the ladies and the guys. What do y'all want to hear Rihanna play? Do you want to hear that Better Have My Money? Do you want to hear them diamonds in the sky? What do you want to hear? I want to know what you want to hear. So like and drop a comment and tell me what your favorite Rihanna song is and what you hope she sings there. But man, oh man, just transitioning on, man, to the next topic that we got. Have you guys seen what's been going on with this asteroid? Like, all right, so there was a program going on with NASA where they decided to send a rocket ship and send it in outer space and to see what will happen if they just so happen to hit a comet. So they did just that this week. Early this week, they sent the rocket straight up into space and they hit a crater. The impact results were what they call eye-opening. So what did they find? They found out that when they hit the rocket hit the asteroid, it had magnitude and waves that were 10 times more powerful than a nuclear bomb. Now that's kind of crazy because what we do know about space, well, the little that we do know, it's very little that we do know, that everything is magnetized, or the magnitude of everything that happens times 10. So if a nuclear bomb was to go off in space, what would really happen? They say the wave could be enough to literally shut down the electrical grids around the entire globe. Now, what do I mean by that? Back when the very first nuclear bomb was made, when they were doing testing during World War II, they found out by accident that there is something called an EMP. Now, what is that? An EMP is electric magnetic pulse. Now, what does this do? It literally cancels out all electricity in a wide range of area. When they dropped it on the ground, they took a 3-mile radius and shut down all electrical grids, all electrical aspects, and anything like that. Nothing was able to recover after that bomb was dropped. So once they found this by accident, they started doing things like dropping the bomb and exploding it a little bit higher in the sky. So what happens when you drop it in a little bit higher in the sky? The 3-mile radius that the bomb is supposed to cover covers the still same 3-mile radius, but the EMP covers a wider range. Well, why is that? Because there's electrical waves that are going in the sky. Just like there's gas and electric and all these other, electric, but there's gases and water that flow on the precipitation cycle. You got water that'll come down that goes down to a gas, and you go from the gas to a liquid. Gas, liquid, and solid. That's the 3-repeat cycle. So now that they've officially found out that it rang off in such a way that was the 10 times of a nuclear bomb. They're like, look, guys, if an asteroid was to come, maybe we just need to go ahead and just drop that bomb and see if probably save the world. But man, NASA always experimenting with some amazing things and things like that. They also just had the very first crispy clear. They said crispy now. Crispy clear version shot of Saturn in its ring. Saturn looked all white, y'all. Y'all can go back and check out that right there. But speaking of checking things out, guys, we're just going to move this right along because I got an amazing interview. I'm trying to hurry up and get into it. The goddamn topic of the week. Now, man, oh man, oh man, the goddamn topic of the week goes to these crazy inmates. They're not even inmates. The bodyguards. Now, in D.C. that allowed this woman to have a baby in her cell and gave her no help. Now, I got a problem with this entire thing. Now, from the people I've talked to and the people that have given me polls left and right, they have literally told me things like this happen all the time. And it's kind of mind-blowing to me that someone that is giving life, now this ain't a negative situation, this is a positive situation. Someone bringing life into this world can't even get basic help in the place that's designed for nothing but help. So they say. The prison system's supposed to help you get to where you need to go and cultivate you to get out of prison and into society like you're supposed to. But we know good and damn well that never happens. It never happens. You get people that'll be in jail for 20 years, come back out here, and they look at the world like, what is a cell phone? What is this? I've never seen this before. You're talking about virtual reality. What in the world is virtual reality? I'm just trying to figure out how we got internet in 95. I've been locked up since then. How do you integrate these people back into the world? We'll touch on that a little bit later. But how in the world can you sit there and watch somebody give birth in their jail cell now and then have the nerve to laugh at them? They're asking for you for help, begging you for help. I don't care what that person did. I don't care what they did to get there. I don't care what they did to you, said to you, or anything like that. After a certain point, where does your humanity come into play? The pharmacist got to know. Oh, I got to know. I need to know. Where does your humanity come into play? Because this is a life giving to another life. Second thing I want to know, what happens to the baby when it is born in the jail system? Do they get lost in the system? Do they go up for adoption? I don't know how that plays out, but I want to know answers. And we all, like a lot of people here in D.C., want to know what in the world were these officers thinking? And is there any kind of repercussions that will be given to them because of this such egregious act? Man, that's like, you're talking about goddamn. First things first, giving birth, I've talked to some women that gave birth. They say it's like hell on wheels. Like, you don't hear too many people say, oh, it was the smoothest thing ever. I just spit it out. And then, I was cool. And then we went back to work right afterwards. 2 seconds later, I just started picking up boxes. Now, they don't happen like that. The only person I ever heard had a story like that was the swimmer, the woman swimmer that won in, I think it was 16? It was her last, I forgot her name. Boy, I forgot her name. We'll get her name for you. But nonetheless, she had her baby, but was back in the swimming pool practicing within like 14 hours. She's a stone cold G. Like, she's a stone cold G. But this particular instance, man, I got to say, man, shame on you, district. Shame on you, district police officers and district inmates, man. This is crazy. How in the world can you not give somebody some basic service? I mean, what would have happened if she would have bled and died right there? Oh, you're talking about a lawsuit. Oh, that's a lawsuit you're not ready to pay. I promise you that. But hey, guys, this has been the news. Don't you go now that damn bit and over, because right after this, we got the poll talking. Boy, we got some things to talk about, man. We took a poll, and I think you guys are going to love what we talk about. So stick around, because we got more late night at the pharmacy.
Your real with gaining financial services. There's 3 things you can do if you have no credit.
We know it can be hard to establish credit if you don't have any, but there are a few steps you can follow to start building.
One of the easiest ways to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on a family member or a friend's credit card.
You can also apply for a secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to build credit if you don't have any. These credit cards are usually easier to qualify if your credit history is poor.
Okay, so you pay your rent, utility bill, and your cell phone bill every month. So why don't you get credit for it? There are some companies that can help you to add your utility bill, cell phone, and your rent to your credit report. Some of these tools are free, and some other financial institutions offer credit building tools, but they might charge a monthly fee. For more information, contact us
At 1-888-223-0081.
Enjoy this weather. See ya.
Good part.
Crafty guy. Thank you. He grills, he does amazing things, the best grapes ever.
And he made sure that my husband had his plant-based feast every single day.
Welcome back, everybody. And man, it's just been an amazing time when we just gonna keep rolling the roll. And you know, it's time for that pole talk. So y'all know what I like to do. Bring the octave down a little bit, get my little Billy D. Williams on real quick. Man, oh man, oh man. We want to talk about the amazing thing called opportunity. All right, what do we want to talk about opportunity for? Because opportunity is a place that we all want to strive to get, but try to figure out how to do it. So what happens when opportunity comes knocking at your door, ladies and gentlemen? Do you seize the opportunity, or do you let it walk right past you? Well, that's a great thing we want to talk about. So, what do you do when opportunity presents itself to you? Well, what the pharmacist does is he takes the reins and he runs with it. And why do we do that? Because there's things that we want to move on from, and there's things in our life that are currently we are affiliated or attached to that we simply don't want to be attached to sometimes. Everything could even be going good in your life, but you know it could be going better. And when an opportunity arises, because we all know opportunity only comes knocking sometimes once. And when those opportunities come for your lane, or for maybe not in your lane, but a lane for you to be able to take and elevate yourself just a little bit further, why would you not take the opportunity to do that? Well, I'll tell you why people don't take that opportunity. Some people are scared of success. Why are people scared of success? Some people are scared of success because they know for a fact they can't handle success. Really? What do you mean they can't handle success? Perfect example. Have you ever gave a broke person $1 million? America does it all the time. If you don't know, the lottery is when people win the lottery, those are the quickest people to ever go broke in the entire world. Don't believe me? Go look at the facts. 80% of lottery making millionaires are broke to this day. 80% means 20% still probably getting either close to broke, and only a few of them are actually held on to that money and created generational wealth out of it. The reason why some people are afraid of success is because when we get success, we don't know what to do with it. We go blow it on car. All right, cool. I got this Lamborghini, but not a Lamborghini in the hood. Back at your same house that you didn't spend no money on upgrading that house and moving your family up out the hood. Now you got the Lamborghini sitting in the hood. That don't even look right. Oh, you talking about to get snatched? Then them rims, the first thing gone. And the door's going next. And then they coming for the hood ornament. Because if you didn't know, out in California, they wearing hood ornaments around left and right. So yeah, they snatching hood ornaments. Remember once upon a time back in the 90s that was a real big thing? Well, it's back now. Oh, it's damn sure back. But this thing that we call success, why do people not want success? Because some people know they're comfortable in the lane that they're currently in. I'm comfortable maintaining. Success ain't for everybody. There are successful moments in everybody's life, But complete success, complete financial freedom, complete mental freedom. It's a select few people that are ever, and I mean ever, able to achieve these things and still be able to go out here and edify, gratify, and maneuver and make the world a better place. Have you ever came across somebody that was just happy? Like OD happy, you're having a bad day. I'm having the crappiest day ever. And they just come through and they so happy. He's like, why this joker happy? He's just happy, just be happy. You're trying to bringing your mood down even more. Like, I can't stand a happy person because we don't like happy people when we mad. We want people to be mad with us. That's what we are. We like, all right, I'm mad. I want you to be mad with me. And I might get over it, but we don't get over it together. But in this particular case, when we're talking about success, when people don't want to share in the same success. Why? Because when we get to a certain point of doubt that comes in, I can't handle it, or if I do get it, what happens if I become too big? What happens if so much success rolls in at one time that I'm not able to manage or even hold it anymore? Some people are afraid to become a celebrity. Some people are afraid of money. Why are people afraid of money? Have you ever heard the statement, more money, more problems? Oh, that's damn sure true. The more money you get, the bigger your problems become, because now your mindset, whether you want it to or not, will shift into a different mode. I have XYZ amount of money. I ain't never had this kind of money before. So what you do, you go start taking care of things. Pay off all my bills. If you're smart, you'll pay off all your bills. You'll put yourself up in a better situation if you need to. If you got a house that's looking decent, everything is already paid off, why add an extra bill? But people don't think like that. For some strange reason, we add extra bills on top of what we don't have when we get money or we get some kind of success. And we try to figure out people that have money or people that are successful, they sit back and try to figure out, well, why in the world did he go get a Mercedes-Benz but didn't pay it off and he had the money to pay it off? Now he got a car note, and that don't even make any sense. Now you got a car note when you could have paid it off? Wait a minute, time out. What's really going on here? Because when you go broke, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to go broke in this situation. When you go broke, guess what you still got? That car note. You still got rent to pay if you got an apartment when you could have paid that apartment up 6 or 7 years with the money that you got. You could have been set. You could have went and bought a house. You could have went and done all these things. But your mindset is what I call a slave man's mentality. Now, I ain't talking about slavery. I'm talking about a slave man's mentality. What does that mean? That means you're in a system that has taught you that all you can be is where you're fit to be in. So if you're from the hood, I'm from the ghetto, I'm from the hood, your mindset is going to be stuck on ghetto and hood. There's a few people, don't get me wrong, there's people in the hood that are extremely bright and extremely smart. But at the same time, there's a decent amount of people that don't fit that mold, that don't have an opportunity to go beyond their means because their home life might be jacked up, their family life isn't successful. Everything they've seen around them has not been successful. It's been turmoil left and right. Perfect example. Have you ever been to West Baltimore? Take a trip. Boy, it's ashy looking. Boy, it look like it needs some lotion. Oh yes, no doubt about it. Those people don't get success on a daily basis. Never, it's rare when they see greatness come out of their area. But there is greatness that does come out of Baltimore. It's just slim pickings. Very, very, very slim. So what do you do how do you tell someone that's not used to seeing success? How do you get the fear of success out of them? Because some people's like, look, I'm doing so good, I need to stop. Sometimes it's because they know the people that they've been affiliated with or just where they are located at is not conducive to make a millionaire and to sustain a millionaire or a successful person. What does that mean? So look at that. We're talking about Baltimore. Let's talk about Baltimore. If you're trying to make $1 million in Baltimore and you're starting to come up and make a name, 9 times out of 10, they will do what they can to X you out. For some strange reason in this world that we call America, we don't like the next person with success for whatever reason that may be, whether they're doing it at home or whether they're doing it away. We just get jealous when we see success. It's not because the person themselves is doing it. It's because we're doing so bad. Not me, but some of us are doing so bad that we just simply don't want to see somebody else succeed. It hurts us because it's like, all right, how come I can't get the same opportunities that he can get? How come we got the same 24 hours? I got the same blood running through my veins. I wake up and breathe oxygen. I need 3 meals a day just like he does. How is it that he or she is able to get this opportunity and I can't? That's when that jealousy starts popping in. And that's when, all right, well, this is what I'll do. I'll wait for you to get successful. And when they're not looking, I'm going to sneak in and clean up. Don't believe me? Look at the PNB Rock situation, guys. People try to clean up on somebody that they thought had all this millions of dollars in riches and stuff like that on him. And the chain probably, what, $30,000, guys? Was $30,000 really worth a person's life? But man, a person's life is priceless. You can't put a dollar tag on it. Now, don't get me wrong. You're talking about you got these entertainers, you got sports players, and they think you're worth this at your craft. That's different than actually putting a price tag on someone's life, because you never know who you just took out. You could have took out the next president, could have took out the next congressman. You could have took out the person that was supposed to save you later on down the road from you getting taken out. You don't know what you need out here. You don't know the connections that you need to be making out here. And a lot of us don't like to make the right connections. We like to stay in our bubble. In order to be successful, you got to move out your bubble. You got to move out of your network. The number one thing I tell people all the time to be successful is get up out your seat and go find success. Because success ain't going to be where you at. If you know good and well that you live in the hood, ain't too much success coming out the hood. Now, there are some amazing stories that come out. I'm not talking about that. 80% of what happens in the hood is malice intent from drugs. I know y'all been seeing this candy fentanyl going crazy in California and around the country right now. This is the number one thing killing our kids right now. To the point to where in the school systems, they have to enact these what they call the antidote drugs for fentanyl are on standby in most of these elementary and high schools and middle schools now. So if you do just so happen to go to school and you're on fentanyl and you OD, they have what you need on stat to bring you and bounce you back. It's absolutely crazy, man. But shoot, man, you guys got to be careful out here, man. Don't be afraid to succeed. Don't be afraid to want to do better. Just because a family member is doing a little bit better or not doing as well, or you're afraid that your family's going to depend on you too much, or somebody you're going to be missing out on, or anything like that. Look, at the end of the day, you have to take care of you. Ain't nobody else going to do it. Nobody's going to take care of you. You've got to be you got to want it more than anybody else wants it for yourself. You want success? Go chase it, because when that opportunity, bringing it back full circle, when opportunity comes knocking on your door, you'll be prepared. Now, how do you get prepared? I tell everybody all the time, go study somebody that you want to be in the field of. Go find something that you're advocate about, that makes your heart race. The blood boil, like every time you see it, it's like, look, I know I want to do that, and your heart gets to beating real fast. You hear it. Heart get to beating real fast because it's something that you want to do. And when you do what you want to be doing, it makes everything that much easier. You wake up in the morning, can't wait to wake up. Boy, man, this man awful happy this morning. Because I'm going to do what I love to do. Oh, ask the pharmacist what he like to do. I'm waiting all week long. I'm at the house anticipating, doing whatever I got to do to prepare for this show here, because this is what I love to do. I can't wait to wake up on a Friday. You know how fast Friday goes for me? Friday goes so daggone fast, and I work 2 jobs. Friday goes by fast. I can't wait till 7 o'clock, because when 7 o'clock comes, the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need, gives you the best and what we can give you right here in D.C., the DMV's #1 late night television show. Don't be afraid of success, because just like me, you don't know where you'll be able to go, where your heights and your talents will be able to take you. But if you use your talents and you do it like you're supposed to, opportunity will knock, and when it knocks, you're going to know exactly what to do with that opportunity. You're going to seize it, and you're going to take it, and you're going to do whatever you can to make it the best that you possibly can. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Pole Talk. But don't you go down to damn bit of nowhere. But before you go anywhere, take a look at this video package right here from Aaron Thorne. He's a boxer straight out of Maryland, 7-0, baby. But check it. This is the intro package of him knocking somebody out. Look how tall this joker is. Let's play the video for me. We'll play that video.
your real with Canadian Financial Services. There's 3 things you can do if you have no credit.
We know it can be hard to establish credit if you don't have any, but there are a few steps you can follow to start building.
One of the easiest ways to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on a family member or a friend's credit card.
You can also apply for a secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to build credit if you don't have any. These credit cards are usually easier to qualify if your credit history is poor.
Okay, so you pay your rent, your utility bill, and your cell phone bill every month. So why don't you get credit for it? There are some companies that can help you to add your utility bill, cell phone, and your rent to your credit report. Some of these tools are free, and some other financial institutions offer credit building tools, but they might charge a monthly fee. For more information, contact us
At 1-888-223-0081.
Enjoy this weather. See ya.
Can we skip to the good part?
Crafty guy. Thank you. He grills, he does amazing things, the best grapes ever.
And he made sure that my husband had his plant-based feast every single day.
My name is Jack Bobley. I'm an artist and producer from DC, currently based in New York. I produce music in a variety of different styles, and my album Colorless is going to come out this spring.
To be honest, you're the only one that I think out loud. But I've been running out of time. I just count your pills when I don't know what to say. Neighbors see me stand out in the rain.
But you ain't know what to say? Yeah, check me out. It was probably one of the coldest winters. Ironic, her birthday is dated late November. She was so gorgeous, no one could ever miss her. I'm talking that good girl worth 1,000 misses. She had a man, so we thought to keep it friends. And when I see them, I would say, hey, the exchange will end. And when he's not around, she's treating me as if I'm him. Laid up, talking about plans while holding hands. Like always in these moments, I would try my hand. But like a new player in spades, she reneges again. I fall back, and my feels a little bit. As I use these other women I'm in situations with. We making good on conversations, good at dating, great at fornicating. Why I steady keep it to the basics. I tell them I'm not looking for relationships, but truth be told, they're not the ones I want to end up with. I guess I gotta love Jones for you. Yeah. And now some time is going past us, right? I'm doing me, but yet I still think of you at night. Just scrolling through the gram on a random day. See you kissing on the girl and you call her bae. But now I'm staring at this picture in a maze. You got me lost and scared with fear, like I'm in the daze. I thought I knew your heart, but right here this hit feels strange. Cause I can't tell if you gay or straight or go both ways. Look, I struggle in my feelings in this game we play. My fear, my anger, and my pride beats me every day. I lost my loving best friend, is that safe to say? And now we ain't talking, I feel some type of way. I act like I don't know you when they say your name, but I smile cause your smile's imprinted in my brain. I struggle with my feelings while you run away. Meanwhile, I'm doing two women the same way. But hey, I gotta love Jones for you, for you, for you. I gotta love Jones, ooh, I love Jones for you, for you, for you. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron the Wolf Thorne. Oh man, what's going on, big dog? What's going on, big dog? Oh man, welcome to Late Night at Pharmacy. Please have a seat, my brother. Please have a seat. Thank you. Now this one is long overdue, y'all. Long overdue. This man right here, if you don't know, is the Knockout King. He's my man, right? He's one of my favorite boxers in the game, period. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Thorne. Aaron, how you doing, man? How was the trip up, man?
It wasn't that bad.
Not that bad?
A little worried about the hurricane, but...
You didn't get caught up in that mess, did you?
Nah, it was pretty good.
Man, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here, man. Man, you just came off an astounding win. I mean, you just won a championship. You have a belt now. I want you to elaborate to the fans what you just did in your last fight and the belt that you won right here in Maryland for Maryland.
So the last fight I just had, I just won Davis Promotions homecoming belt, which is a belt pretty much, coming home, being able to, be able to put on a show for the family and for the friends. That was my first fight home since my actual first fight, which was about almost 3 years ago. So it felt really good to be able to put on a show for everybody and actually go out there and showcase my talent. And I just couldn't be more happy knowing I did that night.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I got to see the highlights and got to watch back the fight. Dude, he a wolf for a reason. Oh, yeah. Wolves don't have to run in the pack and go knock somebody out. You best believe that. This man right here is personification of technicality, man. You're a real technical fighter. I really like the way you fight. Your style is really, really amazing. And I believe you have what it takes to go the distance in this game that we call boxing. But I want to find out how Aaron got into boxing. What, as a kid, were you always attracted to boxing, or was it just, I was like, I picked up boxing later on down the road. Well, how did you get into this game, man? I gotta know.
So for me, the way I got into boxing was actually when I got kicked out of school in Baltimore.
Oh, we just gonna wear Baltimore out today. Y'all gonna get it today, Baltimore.
So I got kicked out of school and I got sent to go live with my dad out in PG. He lived like right next to High Point High School.
Nice.
And he was like, "Hey, they got games and stuff over here." And I was like, by that time I was like, "Well, I know what games are. I ain't worried." But he was like, "I don't know if you know how to fight. You ain't lived with me for like the past 3 years, so I'm about to put you in boxing." He was like, "Well, also, I don't want you outside running around. I need you to do something else besides playing football." So
right.
When football over, you gonna box, and when boxing is over, you go back to football. So pretty much, I had no time outside of sports for me.
Hey, I say shout out to Pops one time. He was looking out for you. He was like, look, it's rough, and it ain't gonna be easy over here. It was rough like it was in Baltimore, but look, you're gonna have to step up a little bit. You're gonna have to step up. So I want to know when you fell in love with boxing in general, because like you said, you were a two-sport athlete at this point. Yeah. You're going from football and you got boxing. when did the love? Because you said you're still in love with boxing when we talked before. So when did that love officially transcend to? All right, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. This is me. I'm a boxer now. I'm good at this.
So actually, it didn't even happen early in my career. It actually happened after like went to college, had my daughter and everything. That's when like I had my pivot in my life and everything started switching. It was like, you know, what do you want to do now? And to that point, I was just like trying to figure out life. And so and I had a friend who was going into his first MMA fight. He's like, hey, don't you box? He's like, hey, come to the gym, come box with me, come get me ready. So I went. I just thought nothing of it. I'm gonna work out. Then I got punched in the face and I got pissed. And I was like, all right,
y'all do it.
Like now y'all piss me off. But then I had to start training again. And then I just found like peace in training. Like me being athletic and me being active is what keeps me at ease. And so like I just found that's my sanctuary all over again. And then the itch just came. And once the itch came, then I started sparring people. And then had a couple of amateur fights in Muay Thai. And then once I realized, hey, you can make money doing this.
Oh, some serious money.
So like you can make money, and then my coach, who's also my manager, he hit me with the, hey, you get old, so we ain't got time to be playing with amateurs.
Right,
so you try to hit this gas pedal or what? And I was like, hey, as long as I got you in my corner, we can run the tables.
So my question to you, because now you're what we call a prize fighter.
Yeah.
You fight for the prize now. That very first professional fight, tell me the build up and the hype for that and how you were able to cultivate yourself for that very first fight. Because that first one is the hump. That lets you know if you built for this sport. You might be in the gym practicing and you might knock out a couple, your sparring partners. You might be getting with them. But that first pro fight, all the nerves are there. All eyes are on you. How did you handle the pressure, the preparation, and all of that?
So actually, it's funny about my first fight, which I even like pointed at my opponent after the fight and like let him know what happened leading to the fight.
Oh, you got disrespectful. Woo!
So,
you gonna get up?
So
nope.
What happened leading up to my first fight? I mean, I was in camp mode. I mean, everything was going good. I believe in my team. Have a phenomenal team. I went on a cruise like 2 weeks for my fight. So I'm sitting there like, everybody on the cruise. I'm gonna eat salads. I'm gonna keep on working out. I'm gonna do this and that. I ain't do none of that. I went on the cruise. They had Guy Ferrari's burgers on there. I had like 2 of those a day. I was on the beach. I was drinking, rum punching, everything.
Oh man.
And I get back to camp, and my coach was like, "I'm about to bust your ass for the next 2-3 weeks."
You got with you, didn't he?
He was like, you having fun. He said, "Now we gotta have fun." So then, like, I just went into camp mode and started like focusing. And then as time get closer, like I could just feel like myself starting to like drill in. And then like he took me to some gyms to go sparring in the middle of me still cutting weight. Now, since I ate no burgers, I got over my weight. And then in the midst of sparring, I don't know, it's just something about like that last couple weeks of sparring, like I started to like focus. And like I got busted up a couple times in sparring, but then like, nah, I needed that. So I went to my last sparring session. I had a phenomenal session. And, like my team was like, nah, he ready. And
So that's funny that you say that, because now I want to know, how is preparation from your original first fight compared to fight 7? You're preparing completely different. Your mindset's completely different now. You shifted into more of a boxer's mentality in a sense. How is your training and your preparation completely different from how you started to where you are currently now?
So, I mean, for me, a lot of stuff, I mean, it's still going to be the same. It's just a work ethic. I mean, I still have a team down there. I live in Charlotte now. I have a team out there that, assists with my team here. And we just stick to the game plan. Like, I got to push the envelope. Like, I use it to break barriers. Nice. For me, my goal, like what I like to do in every camp, is try to push past my limit, find that wall, and go past it. I gotta find it every time. Even for this last fight, I found my barrier at the end of cutting weight. I had to get over that hump to get into the fight. And that mindset alone is like, I find the little things to push me into the fight. So it's like, oh, I had to cut extra weight. Oh, I don't like you, so I'm gonna fight you now. Or like I get to the weigh-ins, oh, you looked at me funny. Or you wanted to shake my hand for an extra 3 seconds because you trying to see my grip. Like, you trying to figure out the wrong thing.
Testing the wrong avenues when you should be more focused on what's about to happen in the ring.
Yeah,
in a sense.
but for me, it's more of a mental thing. Like, I deal with, mental health and stuff. So, like, for me, I look at opponents as being an obstacle for me finding my peace and happiness.
Definitely, definitely. Hey, guys, don't go now to Dan Better Know. We got to take a quick commercial break. But right after this commercial break, we got more with Aaron Thorne right here in the hot seat, baby. Good.
I am the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need. And I'm from Illinois. That's right. St. Louis, Missouri to be exact. But I was born in Litchfield, Illinois. This is the television show you want to be on, so that way you can elevate yourself or you can de-elevate yourself. This is the make or break line, the pharmacy. Late Night at the Pharmacy is the make or break line for a lot of people's careers. Because, hey, you are the ones that are responsible for the way you answer the questions. So we discover people here too. Not just interviews, we give you live, hard-hitting news. We're going to give you facts of the day. So if you, just in case if you missed it, you can come to Late Night at the Pharmacy to get your fix. Not necessarily a drug fix, but a mental fix. Fix on the news, fix on all emotions, fix on how you should feel about yourself, how you should feel about your day. But we're not trying to persuade you to how you feel about your day. We just want to make you feel better about your day. And here at Late Night at the Pharmacy, you'll be able to get everything you need and more. So don't miss your opportunity. An opportunity to be the best, Late Night at the Pharmacy.
Hello, you're Real with Gaining Financial Services. There's 3 things you can do if you have no credit.
We know it can be hard to establish credit if you don't have any, but there are a few steps you can follow to start building.
One of the easiest ways to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on a family member or a friend's credit card.
You can also apply for a secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to build credit if you don't have any. These credit cards are usually easier to qualify if your credit history is poor.
Okay, so you pay your rent, utility bill, and your cell phone bill every month. So why don't you get credit for it? There are some companies that can help you to add your utility bill, cell phone, and your rent to your credit report. Some of these tools are free and some other financial institutions offer credit building tools, but they might charge a monthly fee. For more information, contact us
at 1-888-223-0081.
Enjoy this weather. See ya.
Good part.
Crafty guy. Thank you. He grills, he does amazing things, the best grapes ever.
And he made sure that my husband had his plant-based feast every single day.
My name is Jack Bobley. I'm an artist and producer from DC, currently based in New York. I produce music in a variety of different styles, and my album Colorless is going to come out this spring.
To be honest, you're the only one that I think out loud. But lately I've been running out of time. I just count your pills when I don't know what to say. Neighbors see me stand out in the rain.
Aaron the Wolf Thorn right here in the hot seat. Man, this interview has been amazing so far, but we're going to keep it rolling and rolling. You're, like you said, are a huge advocate for mental health. How did you become an advocate, and how did you start dibble-dabbling in your research and coming up with conclusions and solutions for mental health?
So for me, I actually found out back in 2012 when I was in college. But as you know, in the black community, especially for black males, I thought nothing of it. So I just like drug it on for years and never really paid no mind to it. But then as a lot of things start to occur in my life, and I'm just sitting back like, okay, I need to open the door to this, because within the past couple of years, people started to come out more about mental health. And I knew that I had something, but I never thought nothing. I was like, oh, that's just something they saying, you know, like in the community, they say, you know, men don't cry, this and that, you good to go. So when one day I just started to look more into what I was diagnosed with, and I just sat back and I was like, okay, I really have a problem and I really need to get it fixed. I need to find ways, my outlets. I need to do things to actually put me in a better position to help me. Even though it's not an actual cure, I need to be able to put myself in a position to just be good enough to be around people, or just to educate those around me who want to deal with me on a day-to-day basis.
So what, in a sense, would calm you down in a sense? What do you do to sustain your mental health to where that you're not out here sporadic and doing things that you normally wouldn't do when you have it all together? What are some outlets that Aaron takes for himself to be tip-top shape?
So actually for me, I mean, just being active and doing things, like I can't sit still. But for what I deal with is times that if I do get thrown off my rocker, it's not a quick fix, depending on how bad of an episode I have, because I deal with borderline personality disorder.
Gotcha.
So I could have a mood swing off of something so slight, and it could ruin the rest of my day. And it's the easy fix to say, hey, go to the gym. Like, yes, the gym is like a sanctuary for me, but once I leave, reality comes right back.
Yeah.
All the thoughts come right back to me.
Staring at you right in the door.
So it's like, yes, I have outlets, but it's just still those things. It's like you gotta like keep knocking at the door to try to, you know, knock stuff down. But it's still an everyday battle. And that's what I try to explain to people, because some people think like, oh, you've been good for X, Y, and Z, and out of nowhere you're just having an episode. And it's like, it's not that I'm having an episode. Some days I may have had an episode, but I didn't let you see it.
Right.
I was able to control it a lot more. And there's other days where my episodes will affect me. It could affect me up to like a couple of weeks that I might not even want to talk to people at all.
Right.
And it even be like my own family. I won't even speak to them for a couple of weeks just because of what I'm dealing with. And it's just, I don't feel comfortable speaking out to people or letting them know like what I'm dealing with, because a lot of people say, well, you can just do this. It's just a lot of things that people say to do is easier said than done.
So with that being said, how does mental health for someone that is not taking care of themselves, how can that affect business or even business ventures or opportunities for them that they could have?
I mean, definitely like in my job right now, I mean, I have employees that are dealing with things, and me being in mental health, I can tell that it's mentally bothering them. But they always try to say, no, it's not, nothing is bothering me. And then recently I had like several incidents from one person, which I've had a couple months with him not having an incident, but the fact that he was dealing with something that took his mental away, he could say, hey, I came to work, I left at the door. No, you didn't. Because I can tell by your demeanor. Somebody who's in that field, somebody who's in that type of environment, I can tell when you're not there. So when you're out here working, I'm like, dude, you could have killed yourself or somebody else in that situation.
Facts.
But you're sitting here telling me you're okay. No, I'm going to send you home today. I can tell that you are going through stuff that you're dealing with. You need to take care of that before coming back to work.
Because I've always been told you got to leave home at home and work at work.
Right.
That is a hard separation. Like it's not too many. It's a decent amount of people that can do it, but it's more people that can't separate both of them. If something tragic happens in your life,
right,
some trauma comes through, some disappointment comes through, some missed opportunities, missed success, those avenues will play out on your mental. They'll play out on your physical. So how important or how do you separate work from business? How do you make that happen? Excuse me, work life from home life. How do you separate those two avenues?
For me, myself, it's just like I don't know. For me, like work is just is work. Like being down there in the South has taught me a lot that up north hasn't. Like being up here in the DMV is like it's a constant pace. Everything. So work in your day to day is easy to just mesh because when you're outside of work here, you constantly got to do stuff. At least down there, outside of work, I can take that time to decompress.
Right.
I can take that time to just go ahead and just let everything go. Whereas, like I said, up here, I didn't have that time to do so.
You know, DC is always on the edge. It's like, man, I'll tell you this. DC is the most celebrity place I've ever lived in my entire life, where everybody carries themselves as if they're a celebrity and they ain't got a single following. It's a different place out here.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that mental health is really big in DC. It's a real big topic. If you go down to Capitol Hill and you see it's on your ballots and everything like that.
Right.
It's a huge, huge topic right now because you've got a prime city that has a lot of violence and a lot of things like that, and there's no avenues or places for these people to be able to advocate or avenues that they can take themselves to go and be successful in.
Right.
So I thank you for that. But hey, man, I want to ask you a question, man. You want to play this game called Knockout Kings real quick?
Let's go.
You want to play, man?
Let's go ahead.
All right, we're about to play Knockout Kings. The game is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is pick a side. Is you going with A or is you going with B? So we're going to find out real quick. We're going to kick it a little old school here real quick. So, in their prime, would you take, I'll do Lennox Lewis. I like Lennox Lewis. Would you take Lennox Lewis or would you take the man, the heavy man himself, George Foreman? Which one you taking?
I like Foreman.
Oh, I like Foreman too.
I like Foreman. Yeah, Foreman my guy.
Definitely. Yeah, Foreman was that man, the hands. The weight on the hands, man, it's ridiculous. All right, cool. Smoking Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson.
I love Mike in his prime.
Ooh, I think I'll take it slow. Oh, yeah, it's Mike.
Mike in prime is a different animal. His mindset was just different.
Yeah, it's Mike. Joe knocked out Ali, but it's Mike.
Yeah, like prime Mike is a different beast.
Cool. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Evander Holyfield, or we're gonna do what's my boy from Europe? Tyson Fury. Evander Holyfield, Tyson Fury.
I got Holyfield.
That's a good one right there. You know, they said, you know, Fury is part of that legacy that takes over from that heavyweight champion that was currently the guy.
Yeah.
They said he's the guy now because he's part of that chain that knocks out the guy that was the guy that become the guy.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So I'm gonna take it over to the middleweight side. You know, we got some up and coming boxers. I want Shakur Stevenson. Give me Shakur on the left side. And give me Ryan Garcia on the right. Who you got?
I'm taking Stevenson. I'm taking him all the way.
Stevenson?
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
I like that, too. I like it, too. That's a good one. Even though my boy Ryan Garcia, I think he's the best well-put boxer out there in the sense of his technicality, his footwork, and everything like that. The boy bad. But then again, I'm also conflicted because this last one I want to bring up, Lomachenko, Vasyl Lomachenko, that crazy Russian that he's got that crazy side steps when you swing here on the side of you and he just tap you on the head a couple times. I've never seen anybody's footwork like Vasyl Lomachenko. Or we taking Gervonta Tank Davis. Which one you got?
I'm going home time. I'm going Tank.
Ooh, I got to go with, Tank. A couple fights ago, if you would have asked me this, I'd have been like, he's a little shaky.
A little bit,
but now?
But the blueprint was open though when Fimo lost. I mean when Loma lost. Like
yes,
you can see, And if he get cracked with by Tank hit.
And I be trying to tell people every time Tank step up in there, they's like, it's Tank, he's small. I'm like, when you see him in person, he about this tall. I'm like, but the power that this boy got in his hands, everybody says he got like Tyson power.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a crazy comparison to make right there, but it's accurate from what they say.
They say he can crack.
They say he can crack. So, hey, I want to know, what's next for Aaron Thorne? What you got coming up next, and how can the fans reach out and get a hold of you?
What I got coming up next, November 12th, I'll be most likely coming back to the city for another fight.
Hey!
I got a couple people that I called out that I seen running around the internet. I mean, one guy, he was on vacation. I told him, hey, finish up your vacation because you got hell to come.
Oh, no, who'd you call out? No, who up next? Who about to get these hands? It was like, the first boy, you ended his career. The boy was over here just, all right, you can keep these because I ain't doing this no more. The boy, nah, hell no.
It was a guy.
Who you calling out here? Who we calling out?
It was a guy out of Massachusetts. I forgot his name. The guy out of Massachusetts, and there's a guy out of North Carolina.
My man don't even care about the names. He said, line them up. Line them up. Put them in there, and I'm knocking them out.
Hey, I just need to add him to my record. I need to, gotta let my resume look good.
He's like, man, look, there's a certain number I'm trying to get to, and until I get there, line them up. I gotta know. Tell the fans one more time, how can they reach you, and how can they reach your social media and find you out there?
They can follow me on Instagram at Lord Country, Lord_LOR_KUNTRY. Hey, I got that from Baltimore. That's my nickname. That's what everybody call me, Lord Country. It's stuck since I was in middle school, and then rode me the whole way.
Oh, that's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Aaron the Wolf Thorne, man. This is absolutely amazing. Hey, guys, don't you guys go not a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this, man, we close out the show. We got to bring those sponsors. So right now, check out these closed captions, baby. Appreciate you, big homie.
Thank you.
Good. It was really dope.
Hello, you're Real with Gaining Financial Services. There's 3 things you can do if you have no credit.
We know it can be hard to establish credit if you don't have any, but there are a few steps you can follow to start building.
One of the easiest ways to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on a family member or a friend's credit card.
You can also apply for a secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to build credit if you don't have any. These credit cards are usually easier to qualify if your credit history is poor.
Okay, so you pay your rent, utility bill, and your cell phone bill every month. So why don't you get credit for it? There are some companies that can help you to add your utility bill, cell phone, and your rent to your credit report. Some of these tools are free, and some other financial institutions offer credit building tools, but they might charge a monthly fee. For more information, contact us
at 1-888-223-0081.
Enjoy this weather. See ya.
Good part.
Crafty guy. Thank you. He grills, he does amazing things, the best grapes ever.
And he made sure that my husband had his plant-based feast every season.
And oh man, thank you guys for joining us for another amazing episode right here at Late Night at the Pharmacy. But you know, like I do, I've got to shout out our sponsors. And this episode was sponsored by Journey to Wellness. Man, you know, your wellness is something but a simple journey, and sometimes you need people that can help you get along in your journey to make you A1. Go check them out right now at their Columbia location, and soon to be opening up their Rockville location. Guys, they got the who's there. If all the people in the sports world come to see about this, man, because they've got the best wellness program that you can find in the entire country. You don't believe me? Go pull up and find out exactly why Journey to Wellness is our #1 sponsor for this event here tonight. Also, man, we want to say special shout out to our people in Doge. That's right, a black-owned water company from right here in the DMV that you can go right now on Walmart, Amazon, and go get you a bottle of Indulge, man. You do your best to stay hydrated out here, so when you do it, you might as well indulge. Also, got to say special shout outs to TMI Fit all the way out there in Baltimore and Philly. If you need a personal trainer or anything like that, go see why TMI will get you real fit. So quick and so clean and so fresh is how they do it, man. Go see about TMI Fit. Also, we have to say special shout outs to K&F Financial. That's right. If you go right now and drop the pharmacist names, you'll get 40% off of all your credit final repair needs at the final time. Man, go over there and get your credit right. You know you want to buy that house. There's a couple cars you was looking at. You ain't got to tell me. I saw you over there kicking the tires. I saw it. So go over there and get it right with K&F Financial. Also, we want to say special shout out to our newest sponsors. That's right, LH3 Realty. Right now, if you guys need any kind of homes, home loans, or anything like that, you call up Casey Casino Hayes, the king of approvals, right now and find out what you can get, what you're eligible for. He can guarantee you into whatever you need to get into. All you got to do is apply. Also, got to say special shout outs to Venue GPS. That's right. If you're anywhere in the country, if you want to know about all the events going on in the country that you're at, say you go on vacation, right? And you want to know what's going on. I want to go to a concert. I want to go to a football game. I want to go to a venue. Just go and download Venue GPS. It'll give you tickets, mapping directions, hotel bookings, and everything you need right there on Venue GPS. And finally, last but not least, we have to say special shout outs to Butler Cooking. That's right, Butler Cooking, the best chef in the game that caters this show and caters a lot more events. You guys, if you need to get a hold of him, he's a traveling man and he will come pull up on you guys. This guy is phenomenal. Celebrity chef. This cook for people like Boris Kojo and Nicole Ari Parker, guys. And man, I am exhausted, but I'm so very happy that we have completed, guys, 30 episodes. This is a milestone for us, guys. 30 episodes of Late Night at the Pharmacy. Because you demand it, we give you more. Guys, you know how to catch us. Same network, same day, same time, 7 o'clock, 8 p.m. Good night, everybody.